My wife's late nights at work didn't bother me, until I checked the security camera and saw who she was with. I'm a specialized welding inspector for underwater pipelines. The job pays extremely well because I work 3-week rotations offshore, 21 days on the rig, 21 days home. It's brutal, but the money is insane, and Sienna and I always said it was worth it for our future. We'd been married 6 years, together for 9. No kids yet, we were waiting until we hit our financial goals. Sienna works as a pharmaceutical regulatory affairs specialist. Basically, she ensures substance companies comply with FDA regulations. It's a demanding job with genuine late nights during submission deadlines. I never questioned her schedule because I understood the pressure. When you're offshore, you have to trust your partner completely. There's no other way to make it work. The first sign something was wrong came 3 months into this year. I was halfway through a rotation when our platform had a critical equipment failure. Federal inspectors grounded all operations pending investigation. They sent us home 11 days early, unprecedented in my 5 years with the company. I didn't tell Sienna. Wanted to surprise her. The flight home landed at 2 p.m. Instead of heading straight home, I stopped at her favorite bakery, grabbed her beloved chocolate croissants. Figured I'd set up a nice surprise, maybe order from that Italian place she loves. I was genuinely excited, unexpected time with my wife, what could be better? Sitting in the bakery parking lot, I went to check our Ring doorbell to see if she was home. That's when I noticed something odd. The app showed device offline for the past 3 days. Strange, since Sienna hadn't mentioned it. I switched to our driveway camera, still working fine. That's when I saw it. Her car was there, along with a black Mercedes G-Wagon I didn't recognize. My first thought was innocent enough, maybe a coworker dropped by for a work emergency. But something felt wrong. Call it intuition, call it paranoia from years of investigating structural failures where the first sign is always something small that doesn't quite fit. I pulled up the recorded footage from that morning. Watched Sienna leave for work at 7:45 a.m. as usual. The Mercedes arrived at 8:15 a.m. The driver, a tall guy in an expensive suit, walked straight to the front door and entered without knocking. He had a key. My hands weren't shaking. I wasn't breathing heavy. I went completely cold, like I do when I'm inspecting a critical weld that could kill people if it fails. Emotional shutdown, pure analytical mode. I scrolled back. The Mercedes had been there the previous night too. And the night before. And before that. Every single day since I'd left for rotation. I kept scrolling. The pattern was consistent: arrive shortly after Sienna left for work, leave before she came home. Some days he'd return in the evening, always leaving before midnight. But 3 nights ago, something changed. He started staying overnight. That's when the doorbell mysteriously went offline. I drove to my brother Wade's house. He wasn't expecting me either, nearly jumped out of his skin when I walked in. Need to use your computer, I said. Wade's in cybersecurity. Took him maybe 10 minutes to show me how Sienna had disabled the doorbell camera through our account. She'd been smart enough to make it look like a connectivity issue rather than just turning it off. But she didn't know about the hidden cameras I'd installed in the garage and back door, paranoid habit from having expensive welding equipment stored there. The garage footage was damning. This guy, I could see him clearly now, would park inside, use my tools, my workspace. One video showed him working on his Mercedes using my diagnostic computer. Another showed them carrying grocery bags through the garage, laughing about something. Jesus Christ, Elias, Wade muttered, watching over my shoulder. I need everything, I told him. Every second of footage from the last 3 weeks. What are you going to do? Nothing yet. I'm going to be thorough. Wade helped me download everything to an external drive. Hours of footage. I told him I was going dark for a few days, needed to think. He offered his couch, but I got a hotel room instead. Told my supervisor I was dealing with a family emergency, asked him not to mention my early return if anyone called the office. Then I started watching. Every single frame. His name was Bryce, I heard her say it in one video. They weren't just F-King. They were playing house. He'd cook breakfast in my kitchen. They'd watch Netflix on my couch. He'd shower in my bathroom, use my towels. One video showed them slow dancing in my living room to music I couldn't hear, her wearing the lingerie I'd bought her for our anniversary. The worst part? The casualness of it all. No guilt, no nervousness. Like I didn't exist. Like our life together was just her temporary arrangement between his visits. I watched her text me during this time. Miss you, baby. Can't wait until you're home. Bed feels empty without you. All while he was literally in our bed. She'd send me selfies from work, now I recognize the background as his apartment. But here's what sealed her fate, I found video of them talking about me. He's so king clueless, she laughed, pouring wine in my kitchen. Thinks I'm at work right now. How long can you keep this up? Bryce asked. Forever if I want. He's gone more than he's here. And when he is here, he's too tired to pay attention to anything. Perfect setup, really. You sure he doesn't suspect? Elias? Please. He's a glorified mechanic who thinks he's smart because he can look at welds. He barely knows how to use the Ring app. I told him it was broken and he just said he'd fix it when he gets home. That's when I learned Bryce was in commercial real estate. Also learned he was engaged to someone named Brooke who lived in Denver and visited once a month. Sienna knew about her. They laughed about her too. I spent 3 days in that hotel room planning. Not revenge, revenge is emotional. This was going to be justice. Calculated, thorough, complete. First, I contacted a lawyer. Showed him select footage. He actually whistled. This is the cleanest fault divorce I've ever seen, he said. She's done. I want more than divorce, I told him. I want scorched earth. He smiled. I can work with that. Next, I did my research on Bryce. LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram. He worked for a major firm downtown, specialized in retail developments. Lots of photos of him at company events, charity galas. Found his fiancée's Instagram, kindergarten teacher, seemed sweet, completely oblivious. They were planning a spring wedding. I also discovered something interesting about Sienna's job. Her company had strict ethics policies about relationships with clients or vendors. Guess whose real estate firm handled her company's office leases? By day 4, I had a plan. But I needed more evidence. The videos were good, but I wanted audio. I wanted everything. So I went home. Update 1, posted 5 days after original. Walked through my front door like nothing had changed. Sienna practically jumped me, all tears, and I missed you so much and why didn't you tell me you were coming home early? I played it perfectly. Told her about the equipment failure, how I wanted to surprise her but decided to spend a few days helping Wade with a project first. She bought it completely. Even apologized for not being home when I arrived. I've been so swamped at work, she said, kissing my neck. FDA audit coming up. Been pulling 12-hour days. Must be exhausting, I said, running my hand through her hair. Same hair I'd watched Bryce grab while they FK'd on my couch. That night, she initiated sex. I performed like a professional. Made her come twice, held her after like always. She fell asleep on my chest while I stared at the ceiling, planning her destruction. The next morning, she left for work at 7:45. I waited until 8 o'clock, then got started. Installed micro cameras in every room, the kind you'd need to know exactly where to look to spot. Audio enabled, cloud storage, motion activated. The bedroom was tricky but I managed to hide one in the smoke detector, another in the air vent. At 8:20, I left through the back door and circled around to Wade's car parked a block away. Watched the Mercedes pull into my driveway at 8:30. Bryce had his own garage door opener. I followed them that day. She never went to work. They went to his apartment downtown, luxury high-rise, valet parking. I waited across the street, watched them have lunch at a cafe, holding hands like teenagers. She was wearing a dress I'd never seen before. Later found the credit card statement, charged to our joint account. This became my routine. Act normal at home, survey during the day. The audio recordings were gold. Learned Bryce was planning to leave his fiancée after their wedding, wanted her money first. Sienna was stringing me along until my next promotion, which would come with a substantial life insurance upgrade through the company. He's worth more dead than divorced, she actually said. Offshore accidents happen all the time. That's when this went from divorce to war. I started documenting everything. Financial records showing she'd stolen about $30,000 over 8 months, cash withdrawals, luxury purchases hidden as groceries, a credit card I didn't know about. Found emails on our shared iPad she forgot to log out of. She'd been telling her friends I was abusive, controlling, that she was planning her escape. Meanwhile, I have videos of her laughing about how pathetic I was for trusting her. The best part? She got key. Started leaving for girls' nights when I was home. Would come back smelling like cologne, claiming it was from hugging her gay coworker goodbye. I'd smile, kiss her forehead, tell her I was glad she had fun. Then I'd check the tracker I'd put on her car and watch the footage of her at Bryce's apartment. 2 weeks into being home, I had enough evidence to destroy multiple lives. But I wanted one more thing, a confession. So I set a trap. Told Sienna I had to fly out for an emergency inspection in Alaska. 3-day job, huge bonus if I took it. She practically pushed me out the door. Take it, baby. We could use the money for that Hawaii trip we've been planning. I drove to the airport, made sure she tracked my phone there. Then I turned it off, took an Uber to Wade's, and waited. They arrived at my house within an hour. But this time was different. This time, they brought friends. 2 other couples, people I recognized from her Instagram. People who'd been at our wedding. They threw a F-King party in my house. Drinks, music, Bryce grilling on my deck. And all of them knew. They all knew about the affair, laughed about it, made jokes about the clueless husband. I watched it all live from Wade's laptop. Recorded every second. Including the moment Bryce proposed a toast. To Sienna, who proves you really can have your cake and eat it too. And to Elias, who pays for the cake. They all laughed. Even recorded one of her friends saying, "I don't know how you do it. I'd feel so guilty." "You get over it," Sienna replied. "He's never here anyway. And when he is, he's too stupid to notice anything. I could F Bryce right in front of him and he'd probably apologize for interrupting." That's when I knew exactly how this would end. Update 2, posted 2 weeks after first update. I came back from my fake Alaska trip with gifts, salmon, some local honey, even got her a necklace from the airport gift shop. Played the devoted husband perfectly. She wore the necklace to work the next day. To Bryce's apartment, actually, but who's counting? The party video had given me the final piece, her friends were complicit. So I expanded my plan. Started with research. One couple at the party, Theo and Jocelyn, he worked at the same firm as Bryce. Another couple, Ramon and Ivy, were Sienna's co-workers. The third pair I didn't know well, but found out they were Bryce's college friends visiting from out of town. I created detailed dossiers on everyone. Social media, employment, family connections. Found out Theo was Bryce's direct report. Jocelyn ran a mommy blog about ethical living and radical honesty in relationships. The irony was delicious. Ramon was senior to Sienna at work. Ivy was in HR at the same company. They'd all been covering for her, providing alibis, signing off on fake overtime. I hired a private investigator. Not for evidence, I had plenty. I wanted dirt on everyone else. Cost me $5,000 but worth every penny. Turns out Theo had a gambling problem his wife didn't know about. Ramon was embezzling from the company expense account. Small potatoes, but useful. Meanwhile, at home, I became the perfect husband. Cooked dinner every night I was home. Suggested couples therapy to strengthen our bond, she declined saying we were perfect as is. Started working out more, got in the best shape of my life. She noticed, started being more affectionate. Even decreased her time with Bryce slightly. Not out of love, she just wanted to make sure her meal ticket stayed secured. I also started preparing for the aftermath. Opened my own bank accounts, slowly moved money. Got a storage unit, started moving things I cared about. Photos of my parents, my grandfather's tools, anything with sentimental value. Replaced them with identical frames from Target that she never noticed. Contacted Bryce's fiancée's sister on Facebook. Pretended to be a concerned friend, asked if she knew Brooke's fiancé was cheating. She didn't believe me at first, but I sent one photo, just Bryce entering my house. Nothing explicit. Planted the seed. She said she'd look into it. The lawyer had divorce papers drawn up. Clean, simple, brutal. She'd get nothing but the debt she'd accumulated on her secret card. I'd keep the house, cars, retirement accounts, everything protected because of the infidelity and financial fraud. Then I scheduled the grand finale. My company was promoting me to senior inspector. Huge deal, only 10 guys in the country have this certification. It came with a massive raise, better rotation schedule, and yes, that life insurance upgrade Sienna was so interested in. I suggested a dinner party to celebrate. Both families, close friends. Made it for a Sunday when I knew Bryce would be with his fiancée, she was flying in that weekend. "Baby, I'm so proud of you," Sienna gushed when I told her. "This is huge, couldn't have done it without you," I said, kissing her forehead. "You've been my rock." She actually teared up. F-King sociopath. Sent out invitations 2 weeks in advance. Made it formal, asked everyone to dress nice, said I had a presentation about my career journey and our future. Sienna's parents were thrilled. Her dad Frank had always liked me, said I was the son he never had. Her mom Dottie constantly praised Sienna for finding such a devoted provider. Her sister Raven would be there with her husband. My brother Wade, obviously. Some cousins, work friends. About 30 people total. I rented a private dining room at an upscale restaurant. Had it catered, open bar, the works. Even hired a professional AV setup for my presentation. The week before, Sienna was glowing. Bought a new dress, got her hair done. Posted on Facebook about her amazing husband and how blessed she was. Her friends, the same ones from the party, commented with hearts and fire emojis. The hypocrisy was staggering. Meanwhile, I was editing video. Hours and hours of footage condensed into a 40-minute presentation. Chronological, devastating, undeniable. Wade helped with the technical side. He was actually impressed by how methodical I'd been. "You sure you want to do this?" he asked the night before. "This is going to nuke everything." "Everything's already nuked," I told him. "She just doesn't know it yet." The morning of the dinner, Sienna woke up early, made me breakfast in bed. Told me how proud she was, how this promotion would change our lives, maybe we could finally start trying for kids. "I love you so much," she said, straddling me. "I don't deserve you." "You're right," I said, pulling her down for a kiss. "You don't." She thought I was being playful. Giggled and said I was silly. That afternoon, while she was getting ready, I made final preparations. Uploaded the presentation to the restaurant system. Gave the AV guy specific instructions. Once it starts, don't stop for any reason. Paid him an extra $1,000 to make sure. Packed a bag with essentials, put it in my truck. Had Wade park his car around the corner as backup. Gave the divorce papers to my lawyer, who'd be waiting at his office even though it was Sunday. As we drove to the restaurant, Sienna held my hand. Talked about Hawaii, maybe buying a bigger house, her mom's birthday next month. Normal couple stuff. I responded appropriately, even laughed at her story about a coworker's dating disaster. "You okay?" she asked as we pulled in. "You seem tense." "Just nervous about the presentation," I said. "Want everything to be perfect." She squeezed my hand. "It will be. You're amazing at everything you do." We walked in together, her arm through mine. Everyone was already there, champagne flowing. Lots of hugs, congratulations. Frank shook my hand so hard I thought he'd dislocate my shoulder. Dottie kissed my cheek, whispered that she was so happy Sienna had found me. We sat down for dinner. I was at the head of the table, Sienna to my right. Wade to my left. Everyone talking, laughing, celebrating. The food was excellent. I made sure to enjoy every bite, would probably be my last good meal for a while. After dessert, I stood up. Clinked my glass. "Thank you all for coming," I started. "This promotion means the world to me, but not as much as having all of you here. Family, friends, the people who matter most." Murmurs of appreciation. Sienna wiped her eyes. "I've prepared something special. A presentation about journey, truth, and consequences. Some of you might find it shocking. Others might find it educational. But I promise, everyone will find it unforgettable." I nodded to the AV guy. The lights dimmed. The screen came alive. Update 3, posted 3 weeks after previous update. The presentation opened with our wedding video. Sienna saying her vows, promising to forsake all others. The room filled with AWs and warm chuckles. Sienna squeezed my hand under the table. Then the title card, How My Wife Spent Her Wedding Vows. Quick cut to security footage. Timestamp clearly visible. Sienna leaving for work. Bryce arriving 15 minutes later with his own key. The room went silent. Next clip, them kissing in my doorway. Him grabbing her ass. Her laughing, pulling him inside. "What the F?" Frank's voice cut through the silence. "Just watch," I said calmly. The presentation continued. Footage of them F-king on my couch. In my bed. In my shower. Each clip dated, showing the pattern over months. During every rotation, every trip, every moment I wasn't home. Sienna tried to stand. I put my hand on her shoulder, gently pushed her back down. "We're not done." Audio started playing. Her voice, clear as day, "He's so F-king clueless. Thinks I'm at work right now." Then Bryce, "How long can you keep this up?" "Forever if I want. He's gone more than he's here. And when he is here, he's too tired to pay attention to anything." Dottie started crying. Frank's face turned purple. The presentation showed financial records. Every theft, every hidden purchase, Every dollar stolen. The credit card I didn't know about. Pictures of her and Bryce on vacation in Cabo, when she'd told me she was at a conference. Then came the party footage. Their friends toasting their affair. Mocking me. Laughing about the clueless husband who was paying for everything. I could F Bryce right in front of him and he'd probably apologize for interrupting. That's when Raven threw up. Right on the table. But I wasn't done. The presentation shifted to Bryce. His LinkedIn, his engagement announcement. Photos of him with his fiancée. Then split screen, him with Brooke on the left, him with Sienna on the right. Same days, hours apart. The coup de grace, audio of them discussing my life insurance. He's worth more dead than divorced. Offshore accidents happen all the time. Sienna's planning documents. Google searches about accidental death benefits. Emails to friends about being a wealthy widow. The presentation ended with a simple card. Elias Moore, husband, provider, fool. 2018 to 2024. Rest in peace. The lights came up. Chaos. Frank lunged across the table at Sienna. Had to be held back by 3 people. Dottie was hyperventilating. Raven's husband was calling 911, thinking she was having a breakdown. Sienna sat frozen, face white, staring at me. Elias, she whispered. I can explain. No need, I said, pulling out the divorce papers. Your signature. Now. UF King piece of SHT. She exploded, finding her voice. You spied on me? You violated my privacy? Our house. Our security system. Our marriage that you destroyed. She tried to flip the table. Wait, and I held it down. You're a monster. She screamed. You planned this. You've humiliated me. I documented your affair. You've humiliated yourself. Frank broke free, grabbed Sienna by the arm. You're coming home with us. Now. Daddy, please. Don't. You're not my daughter. My daughter died tonight. The restaurant manager appeared, asking us to leave. I'd already paid, including a hefty tip for the disturbance. As everyone filed out, I stopped Sienna. Your car's been repossessed. It was in my name. Your cards are cancelled. Joint accounts are frozen. Your belongings are in a storage unit. You have 30 days to claim them. Where am I supposed to go? Ask Bryce. Oh wait, his fiancée's sister called him an hour ago. Might be busy. Her phone started buzzing. Then ringing. Then exploding with notifications. See, while we were at dinner, the presentation had been uploaded to Facebook. Tagged everyone relevant. Her work. Bryce's work. His fiancée. Her friends who'd been at the party. Their employers. Everyone. You destroyed my life, she said, tears finally coming. No. You destroyed your life. I just documented it. Wade drove me home. Sienna went with her parents. Last I saw, she was screaming in their car while Frank stared straight ahead and Dottie sobbed. Update 4, posted 1 month after previous update. The fallout was swift and brutal. Sienna was fired within 48 hours. The ethics violation was clear-cut, personal relationship with a vendor that she'd failed to disclose. But more than that, the company couldn't keep someone whose affair had gone viral in pharmaceutical regulatory affairs. Too much reputation risk. Bryce lasted 3 days. Turns out his firm had a morality clause, and the presentation had been sent to every major client. The Denver fiancé dumped him via Instagram post, included screenshots of him begging for forgiveness. She kept the ring though. Good for her. The friends from the party all faced consequences. Theo was fired for being complicit in his supervisor's ethics violation. Jocelyn's mommy blog lost all its sponsors after someone posted the party footage in her comments. Ramon's embezzlement came to light during the chaos, arrested 2 weeks later. Ivy was demoted and transferred. The divorce was finalized in record time. Sienna got nothing except the debt on her secret card, about $40,000. I kept everything else. The house, the investments, the retirement accounts. Clean sweep. She tried to contest it. Her lawyer dropped her when he saw the evidence. She tried to claim abuse, said I was controlling and manipulative. Judge literally laughed when my lawyer showed him the life insurance searches. Frank and Dottie cut her off completely. Raven tried to maintain contact but gave up when Sienna kept insisting she was the victim. Last I heard, she was living with a cousin in Ohio, working retail. Bryce fled to Florida. His real estate license was revoked in our state after clients complained about his lack of moral character. He's selling timeshares now, according to LinkedIn. But the best part? About 2 weeks after everything exploded, I got a call from an unknown number. It was one of Sienna's affair friends, not from the party, someone else who'd known but said nothing. "You're a F-king psychopath," she said. "You destroyed her life over a mistake." 8 months isn't a mistake. It's a choice. Repeated daily. She loved you. She loved my money. There's a difference. I hope you're happy being alone. Happier than being betrayed. She hung up. But here's the thing, I wasn't alone. My reputation at work skyrocketed. Turns out, in the offshore world, being the guy who methodically destroyed his cheating wife makes you a legend. I've gotten 3 promotions since then. Making more money than ever. Started dating about a month ago. Nothing serious yet. A marine biologist who works on the same rig sometimes. She knows the whole story, everyone does. Says she respects how I handled it. Most guys would have gotten violent or fallen apart, she said over dinner last week. You turned betrayal into strategy. That's sexy as F. Wade and I are closer than ever. He helped me renovate the house, strip every trace of Sienna. New furniture, new paint, new everything. It's mine now, properly mine. The only contact from Sienna was a letter through her lawyer 3 months after the divorce. Handwritten, 10 pages. I had my lawyer read it first to make sure there was nothing legally problematic. It was pathetic. Alternating between apologizing and blaming me. Said I'd ruined her life over one mistake. That she'd been emotionally neglected and Bryce understood her needs. But also that she loved me and wanted to work things out. Classic narcissist word salad. I burned it. Filmed it. Posted it on the same Facebook thread as the presentation with the caption, "Closure." Final update, posted 3 months after previous update. This will be my last update. I need to close this chapter properly. Last week, Frank reached out. First contact since the dinner. Asked if I'd be willing to meet with Sienna. She'd attempted SCD 2 months ago, pills and vodka. Survived, but barely. Been in intensive therapy since. She needs closure, Elias. I'm not asking you to forgive her. I'm asking you to help her move forward. I thought about it for 3 days. Talked to Wade, my therapist, even the marine biologist I've been seeing, officially my girlfriend now. Everyone said the same thing, do what gives you closure. I agreed to meet. Public place, time limit, witnesses present. We met at a coffee shop downtown. Frank and Wade sat 2 tables away. The moment I saw her, I knew she was broken. Not fake broken, not manipulation broken. Actually destroyed. She'd gained maybe 40 pounds. Hair greasy and pulled back. Clothes that didn't fit right. Looked like she'd aged 10 years. Her hands shook holding her coffee. "Thank you for coming," she whispered. I just nodded. "I need you to know. I'm sick. Mentally sick. The therapy, it's shown me things. About myself. Narcissistic personality disorder with borderline features. I'm not saying that excuses anything. It doesn't. But I need you to know I'm getting help." Okay. I destroyed everything. Our marriage, my family, my career. Your trust. For what? For a man who was using me just like I was using you. For excitement. For ego. She started crying. Ugly crying. Not the pretty tears she used to manufacture. I don't even remember why it started. He was just there, interested, exciting. You were gone and I was bored, and instead of being an adult, I chose to be a monster. Every day, I chose to be a monster. Yes. You did. The night of the dinner. I wanted to die. Not because I got caught. Because I finally saw myself. Through everyone's eyes. Through your eyes. The disgust, the disappointment. I saw who I really was. And who was that? A parasite. A lying, cheating, ungrateful parasite who took the best thing in her life and destroyed it for nothing. I sipped my coffee. Said nothing. I know you'll never forgive me. I don't deserve forgiveness. But I need you to know, the man who loved me, who trusted me, who provided for me. I killed him. I know that. I murdered the best part of you, the part that could love completely. And I have to live with that. You done? She nodded, wiping her nose. Sienna, I need you to understand something. You didn't kill the man who loved you. You revealed him. The man who loved you was weak, blind, and foolish. He's dead, yes. But what emerged is better. Stronger. More successful. Happier. I'm glad you're happy. I'm not happy because you're miserable. I'm happy because I'm free. Free from wondering where you are. Free from being lied to. Free from loving someone who never existed. I existed. The woman you fell in love with was a performance. A character you played to get what you wanted. The real you was f-king another man in our bed while planning to profit from my death. She flinched like I'd slapped her. But here's your closure, Sienna. I don't hate you. Hate requires emotional investment. You're nothing to me now. Not my enemy, not my regret, not my lesson. You're just nothing. A stranger who looks familiar. Elias. The man you married would have forgiven you. Would have tried counseling, tried to fix things. That man would have blamed himself, wondered what he did wrong. But you killed him. And the man sitting here now? He watched you destroy yourself and felt nothing. No satisfaction, no pity, no anger. Nothing. I stood up. Get help. Get better. Build something real with someone. Or don't. It has nothing to do with me anymore. Wait, she grabbed my hand. Do you think someday you could ever forgive me? I looked down at her hand on mine. Removed it gently. Forgiveness is for people who matter. You're just someone I used to know. I walked out. Didn't look back. Frank nodded as I passed. Wade followed me out. You good? He asked. Perfect. And I meant it. That was a week ago. Yesterday, I proposed to the marine biologist on the deck of the supply vessel where we first met. She said yes. We're getting married next summer, small ceremony, just family and real friends. I'm done with this story now. Some of you will think I was too harsh. Others will say I should have done more. But here's what I learned. When someone shows you who they really are, believe them. When they betray your trust, don't look for reasons to excuse it. When they destroy your life, don't help them rebuild theirs. Trust is earned in drops and lost in buckets. Love isn't blind, it chooses to see the best in someone. But when someone shows you their worst, repeatedly and without remorse, choosing blindness isn't love, it's stupidity. Sienna thought she was smarter than me. Though my job made me lesser, my trust made me weak, my love made me stupid. She was wrong on all counts. My job taught me to spot structural failures. My trust was strength she exploited. My love was real, which is why I could kill it completely when she proved unworthy of it. To anyone dealing with infidelity, document everything. Feel nothing. Plan carefully. Execute ruthlessly. Don't get mad, get even. Then get gone. Living well isn't the best revenge. Living free is. I'm out. Thank you so much for watching until the end. If you really like our videos, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Have a great day.